Greetings, my dear friends. This is Dreamweaver Mystics, as always. Before I begin, I want to say something very important. Everything you are about to hear is only my thoughts and guesses. I do not claim to know the truth. I am not saying Earth is a prison for souls. I am simply looking at the world, asking questions, and doubting. And you, as always, decide whether to agree or to doubt along with me. Today I want to return to a topic we have touched on before. I am talking about the hypothesis that our planet is not just a home. It is a prison, a school, an incubator, or maybe all of them together. Let us start from the beginning, from what we already know. We have talked about how our body is a bio-robot, how we are files uploaded into these bio-robots, how our soul is the driver and the body is the machine. We talked about simulation, about the matrix, about how the world might be a computer program, and we talked about strange things, about the platypus, which cannot be explained by evolution, about the immortal jellyfish that reboots its life, about the mantis shrimp with a weapon more powerful than it needs for survival, about Planet 9, Nibiru, and the ancient Sumerians who knew about it thousands of years ago, about people who lived 900 years before the flood, about silicon-based life, about plasma angels inside the sun. Every time we look at these mysteries, I have the same question. What if all of this is not a mistake of nature? What if these are clues? What if someone deliberately left them for us? And the most important question, why all of this? Why are we here? Why do we suffer? Why do we age and die? Why is the world so unfair? Why are some born in palaces and others in garbage dumps? There are many answers, but I want to explore one of them, the one that is both frightening and fascinating, the one that might explain everything. Earth, a prison for souls. Let us imagine this. Imagine you are an immortal soul, free, powerful. You live in a world with no time, no boundaries, no pain. You can do anything. You know everything. But there is one problem. You are bored. Endless bliss gets old. You want adventure. You want to experience what does not exist in your perfect world. For example, fear, loss, limitation, the taste of victory after defeat. And so you decide, or someone decides for you, to go on a journey to a world where everything is reversed, where there is death, where there is pain, where there is injustice, where you remember nothing of your divine nature. You upload into a body, a bio-robot. You forget who you are. You start from zero. And your task is to complete this level, survive, grow, understand, remember. From this perspective, Earth is not a prison in the way we normally think. It is a prison by choice, voluntary confinement, like a monk who enters seclusion to test his faith, like a gamer who chooses a difficult level because the easy one became boring. But there is another option, a darker one. What if we were imprisoned here against our will? What if we are not volunteers, but inmates? What if our souls are criminals exiled to Earth for rehabilitation? Or maybe we are food, energy for someone. Remember the theory we discussed in the video, are we just files? What if our lives are just data collection? What if our emotions, experiences, suffering are fuel for beings on another level of reality? We feel pain, they receive energy. We feel joy, they feed. It sounds like science fiction, but let us look at the world around us. Look at the systems we live in. We are born, and immediately we are inserted into a system. We are told we need to go to school, then work, then pay taxes, then die. Our entire lives are about obeying rules we did not choose. We work to consume. We consume to work. The circle is closed. We run in a wheel like hamsters, and someone watches. Someone benefits. In the movie The Matrix, humans were batteries for machines. Their bodies generated electricity. What if our role is not electricity? What if we generate emotions? Anger, fear, love, hope. All of these are forms of energy. Look at the news. What do they show? Disasters, wars, scandals. Why? Because that generates emotions, anger, fear, outrage. And someone feeds on those emotions. I am not claiming this is true. I am just asking a question. Now let us look at another explanation. The school. What if Earth is a school, a place where souls learn, take lessons, gain experience? In school, there are different grades. Elementary school, for those just starting. Middle school, for those who already know the basics. University, for advanced students. Maybe we are all in different grades. Someone born into a wealthy family, that is not a reward, just a different lesson. A lesson in responsibility, a lesson in generosity, a lesson in not becoming attached to things. Someone born into poverty, a lesson in humility, resourcefulness, learning to find joy in small things. Someone born with an illness, a lesson in compassion for oneself and others. Someone born healthy, a lesson in gratitude. From this perspective, the injustice of the world is not a bug, it is a feature. It is not a mistake, it is a curriculum. But who is the teacher? Who designs this curriculum? Maybe we ourselves. Before birth, we choose our lessons, choose our family, country, circumstances, because that specific set of challenges is what our soul needs for growth. I have already talked about this in the video, Why Are We Born in Certain Conditions? I discussed different possibilities, randomness, karma, soul choice, virtual reality game. Today, I lean toward a mix, a little karma, a little choice, a little randomness. But there is another possibility, an incubator. What if Earth is a place where souls are grown? We are not prisoners and not students. We are embryos. We have not yet been born as true beings. Our life on Earth is a stage of development, like a fetus in the womb. We grow here, gain experience, form ourselves, and after death, we are born into the real world. From this perspective, our life is only the beginning. We do not know what awaits us after, because a fetus does not know what awaits it after birth. Imagine, you are a fetus. It is warm, dark, comfortable. You receive nourishment through the umbilical cord. You hear muffled sounds. You do not even suspect there is a world with sun, sky, wind, love, pain. Then birth happens. It is painful. It is frightening. It is chaotic. But it is the beginning of a new life. What if our death is the same kind of birth? What if beyond the threshold of death, a real life awaits us, free, infinite, without pain? I do not know, but this thought comforts me. Now let us talk about the darkest possibility, the one I do not want to accept but cannot ignore. Earth, a farm. We are livestock. We are fed, bred, slaughtered, but not for meat, for something else. What if our souls are the harvest? What if someone plants us on earth, allows us to live, suffer, rejoice, and then harvests? What if our emotional energy is food? Remember how easy it is to provoke anger in a crowd? How easy it is to sow panic? How easy it is to manipulate people through fear? It takes no effort. Our bodies naturally produce these emotions in response to stimuli, like a cow produces milk, and someone just milks. I do not want to believe this, but sometimes when I watch the news, when I see hatred being stoked, when I see people eagerly devouring each other in comments, I think, what if? Now let us return to doubt. I do not know which of these possibilities is correct. Maybe all of them, maybe none. Maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. But you know what I have noticed? Regardless of whether this is a prison, a school, an incubator, or a farm, there is one common thread. We are not here by accident. Our being here has a purpose, and perhaps the most important purpose is to remember. Remember who we are. Remember why we are here. Remember that we are not just bodies. Remember that we are souls. Remember that we are particles of something greater. In a dream, we do not know we are dreaming. Only upon waking do we realize, it was a dream. What if our life is also a dream? What if death is the awakening? Then everything we experience here is just a script, a game, an adventure, and we should not take it too seriously. But there is one problem. Even if it is a dream, the pain in the dream is real. Fear is real. Loss is real. We cannot simply tell ourselves, this is not real, and stop feeling. Maybe that is the point. To learn to feel pain but not become its slave. To learn to go through fear but not let it control you. To learn to lose but continue to love. That is the lesson. That is the growth. That is what we are here for. I do not know if there is a God. I do not know if someone created this reality. I do not know if this is a prison or a school. But I know that we can choose. We can choose how to react to circumstances. We can choose what to learn. We can choose who to become. And maybe freedom is not the absence of walls. Freedom is the ability to be happy within any walls. In the movie The Shawshank Redemption, the hero says, "In these walls, you can either live or you can die. I choose to live." He was in prison, but he was free. Maybe we too, here in this prison called Earth, can be free. If we remember ourselves, if we do not sleep, if we ask questions. And that is all for today. This was Dreamweaver Mystics. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss new videos. And write in the comments, what do you think? Is Earth a prison, a school, an incubator, a farm, or something else? I read everything, and remember, even if we are in prison, we can still look at the stars. Until next time.